You got to figure out where the pee is.
Where's the pee? I don't know. I asked my dog that. He never fucking responds to me, and it smells like shit in my house.
I came outside one day, saw him chained up to the tree, left, went to work, came back, wasn't chained up to the tree no more. I don't know where my dog went. Kind of sad about it.
But at least my house don't smell like pee anymore.
At least that piece of shit don't shit on my pillows no more.
That's what I'm saying. Anyways, what can I get for you?
Why is it always so hard for me to sit down?
I was struggling as well.
Oh, God.
Hey, guys. Welcome to episode 30 of the Lunchtime Serenade podcast. I went on a deep Postmates dive. I went to the crevices of Postmates, and I don't think this is going to be very good. I can tell just by the way the chicken patty looks on my chicken slider that this is not going to be good.
It was also like a little cold when it got here.
We had to microwave our food, and it was delivered straight from the restaurant. So,
and it's what's it called? It's called Tiny Buns.
Tiny Buns.
Which Nick sent me two options after he Chilean mine dived to save those children of Postmates, and sent them to me, and I was like, the other one was some great alliteration, but I was like, Tiny Buns sounds nice.
Those beautiful burrito bowls are
that's what it was. Yeah.
So I have way too many things.
All right.
Nashville chicken, hot chicken slider, Nashville hot chicken slider, and a cheeseburger slider.
All right. So just off of the chicken itself, granted it's been microwaved, so we can't necessarily speak directly to the quality of the food, but the taste is good.
Okay.
Texture is a little weird, but I attribute that mostly to the microwaving. But all right, we'll see. As Nick's falls apart.
What the fuck? You're right about the texture. It got the texture of a fucking Tyson chicken breast. But they seasoned it well. There's way too many onions on there.
Overall, the taste is pretty damn good. I will give them that. I think the taste is good. Texture's a little weird.
If this was a crispy breaded breast, it would be so much better.
Yep. But anyways, you win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some, and that's what happens when you deep dive Postmates, and that's why it's in the deep dive.
Dude, what we should do as an episode is order from a bunch of different places that have really low reviews, and just order their highest reviewed item and just see if it stacks up.
Absolutely.
That'd be so much fun.
I'm so down to do that.
But yeah, I mean, kind of lukewarm on the whole thing, much like the temperature of the food. Kind of sitting at a 6.5, something like that.
Okay, let me try this cheeseburger. The chicken's all right.
Tears real quick to kind of wash this down.
Tears. Yeah, let me cleanse the palate a little bit.
Oh yeah,
all
dude,
right.
who would have thought that?
I love how careful we both are. Hovering it barely.
Because it's porcelain on glass that's also just has the microphone sitting on it. I like the taste of the tears of Drake.
Mm.
Brings a nice flavor to everything else.
I don't know if you guys can see this. The thickness of the tomato slice is thicker than the burger.
For all you tomato fans out there,
way too much tomato ratio.
Tomato. You're not a tomato guy?
I like tomatoes, but this is just like a tomato patty. Whole ass patty. All right, I gotta take another bite. I couldn't really tell by the overwhelming tomato.
The overwhelming tomato. It's fighting you from inside of the fucking patty.
The burger's okay, actually.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to mess up a burger.
Right.
It's not dry, so that's good. That's the first warning sign.
Yep. That's the basis of a good burger. Is just not being fucking bone dry.
It's not bad.
Oh yeah.
Overall, that gets a 6. That gets a 6.5. So we're sitting at a nice 6.25.
Okay.
Overall.
All right. So we're kind of even on that.
Yeah.
Unironically, Megan and I are also getting Nashville hot chicken for dinner tonight, but it's from this place called Lettuce Feast.
Ooh.
Which is vegan fried chicken.
Yeah.
And it's so good, and it's up in Tahunga. So I'm literally leaving this, driving up the street, getting it, and then driving back home with it.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be so great.
Dude, love that.
But yeah, I mean overall, relatively good meal. Not a bad way to start off the pod,
Yeah. You know what? took a gamble, and it slightly paid off.
Oh,
How you been doing, man?
I'm all right. You know, work's kind of gearing up.
You're like,
Yeah, it's like, it could be worse. But, you know, work's kind of picking up. Starting doing more, like, in that vein. We started shooting a lot more.
nice.
So, kind of managing a lot of footage and back-end stuff right now. Considering applying to, like, literally one of my dream companies.
I think you should.
Thank you. Everybody, let's start a poll. Should Brian apply to his dream company or just stick it out on what the fuck he's doing right now?
For 3 years.
For 3 years.
Dream company.
And then, yeah, that's kind of it. Set up my office a little more. So now I can actually, like, finally game and things. So getting ready to do a little bit more with that once Spectrum fixes my
Pictures look
fucking
great,
ports.
man. It looks very homey.
I know, I'm really stoked on it.
Yeah.
It's like, we kind of set the whole thing up to basically be, like, both an editing suite, like, if I, like, work with other people from home, and also just to be, like, a general purpose, like, we can hang out and play games and stuff in there. So,
Fuck yeah.
we have, like, a couch. I'm going to mount a TV above, like, my desk that, like, I'll run a PlayStation 2 and my computer, and then we'll just, like, be able to play games from the couch, and I'll be able to, like, sit at my desk and play, too. What the fuck just happened?
Sorry, dude. There's
was
no
hot.
patty left. I just got a huge bite of onion. The patty's just gone.
Yep. I think I have exhausted my chicken.
Yeah. But sorry.
Just some, like, onion and some coleslaw. Oh, God. Let's go.
Yeah, this was a pretty messy meal.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's exciting.
But hey,
Fuck yeah.
you know, so far so good. How was San Francisco? Or well, I guess Santa Rosa, like a little bit north.
Yeah. And no one really knows where that is unless you're like from up there. So San Francisco's easier. It was good. Got a lot of content done.
Dude, that guy who does like your photos up there, like Chris Perletti
Help. Yeah.
or something like that. Dude, his stuff is really good.
His stuff is super good, dude.
Like I'm always a bit like I think him and I both follow each other on Instagram and stuff like that. But his stuff is like
He's very good.
yeah, I'm always very impressed with like the stuff he makes.
He so we met him 3 years ago at this point. We had a show in Santa Cruz.
What a city.
And he hit us up and like randomly he's just like, "Hey, do you guys need a photographer for the show?"
How most show
We're like,
photography
yeah,
goes.
exactly. We're like, "Yeah, absolutely." And so he gets he's like he gets to the venue early so we can take some shots before. He takes the shots outside the venue, whatever. Super nice guy, very easy to get along with. And then we're like, all right, let's just go inside the venue. Like, we'll put you on the list. And he's like, oh, I'm actually not 18. And we're like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
We're
This
like,
kid's like
hold
super
on.
young.
Yeah, he's like, I'm 15. And I was like, whoa,
No
dude.
way.
I was like, okay, fuck. I was like, we can do this. We snuck him in the back door. He got in, snuck in the back door.
Nice.
Took photos of the show. Show went great, whatever.
Hell yeah.
So now anytime we're up there, he takes
That's so
pictures
sick.
of us.
And he's
now
18, so he can go in
now
there.
he's 18.
That's so... Dude, I did not know that. I thought he was like
Yeah.
our age. That's
He's
so
super
sick.
young. It's
That's
crazy.
so sick.
And
Good
he's
for
a
him, dude.
pilot, dude.
What?
He has a fucking pilot's license. It's insane. This kid is like does so many things.
I
It's
want to be
fucking-
friends with this kid.
He's so cool.
That's so sick. Dude,
Yeah, he's a cool
fucking
guy.
talented, a goddamn pilot.
Yeah,
What a guy.
He's a
Holy
cool
shit.
guy. Chris, shouts out Chris, dude. He's an awesome dude.
What a fucking phenomenal artist. But yeah, dude, I took like some fucking heaters for you guys. They really stoked on those.
Yeah, me too. We got these like outfits from this vintage store, and they're like, "Hey, you guys can borrow these outfits, whatever." Rented them for a day. Super
so
like
sick.
leather, like all black, like fucking like
Well, what was the point of these photos?
cyberpunk, just like for content, because like the whole album, the compilation, the Night Mode compilation is rolling out over the next like 3 weeks or
Right.
2
Like
weeks. at
in
this
kind
point.
of like preparation for the game.
Yeah. So we wanted to, because our song was the first song, so I wanted to have extra content to keep putting out over the course of the 3 weeks and stuff like that. So we've got some video clips, we got some photos, whatever. It's all good. So I'm
yeah.
very excited about it.
Dude, so fucking stoked. I texted Emma the other day because she like sent me a picture of like a snap I sent her when we were like on tour way fucking long ago. And I was just like, could you imagine if like this just wasn't me? Like you just sent this to somebody else. Could you just imagine if that happened? But I was like, dude, I'm just so proud of you guys. Like you guys are doing so good. And like where you guys were like when we kind of like reconnected and started like shooting and stuff together, that and like here is just so different and it's so beautiful. Like I love watching that
Dude,
progression.
same though. Like to you.
We're doing great. Everything's fine.
Everyone's glowing up. Man, what a positive way to start off the fucking podcast.
Dude, especially in the way that, like, the world's going right now, like, gotta have a little bit of positivity and some potato fries. Sweet potato fries. I said potato fries, like,
Every
that's
fry's
not...
a potato
Yeah, I was like, that's not the, like, immediate, like, default.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, dude, I'm supposed to go home next week for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
But my mom called me today. It's still up in the air at this point. Well, it's solidified. I have a ticket, but she called me today and she's like, your dad got sent home from work because 2 of the people that he works in close proximity with have the virus.
Sick, dude.
So I'm like,
sick.
Fuck.
Don't do that. Just FaceTime him. Just do that. That's what I've done for like the last 4 years.
So I'm like, so he's getting a rapid test on tomorrow. They'll see if he has it or not, whatever. Mm-hmm. Either way, he has to be off of work for 2 weeks.
Right.
So we'll see if he has it. Obviously, if
he's not like immunocompromised or anything, right? Like he's a healthy dude.
He's a healthy dude. So like it would be hopefully fine, even if it was positive, hopefully. But I mean, obviously, if it's negative, even if it's negative, he has to stay home for 2 weeks. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. But dude, it's like everyone's fucking getting it. Everyone's getting it.
Well, I mean, we just set the world record 4 days in a row. Like we keep beating ourselves.
I know.
And people are still like, no, we need to treat it like a flu, not a cancer. And I was like, homie, we tried doing that. And now we're 300,000 people in the red.
Yeah. Can you hand me a napkin? Yeah, California is state number 2 to reach 1 million cases.
Which, wow, that sound was awful.
That was a gross
Holy
sound.
shit.
And now I'm out of paper towels.
But yeah, I mean, like, if you think about it comparatively, it's like, yeah, we're a state that's 40 or like 60% of an entire coastline.
Yeah,
and we have like the majority of the population here.
Yeah.
Like, of course. But it's just like, dude, fucking just pay people to stay home.
I know.
Shut everything down.
Yeah.
For like a month and a half.
Right? 6 weeks.
If that works.
Easy.
Yeah. If that works, cool. Then we know we're on a positive trend, and then we start slowly rolling it out. Hey, man, that's what we tried to do already, and people got fucking pissed about it. So, like, obviously, like, if you dipshits are not going to put in the effort to make it work, it's not going to work. Yeah. You're just going to keep dealing with shit.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just going to keep getting worse. I don't know. I'm just, like, I'm fed up with people being stupid about it. Yeah. That's where I'm at.
100%.
Right now, so.
100%. There was this oh my God, it was this Twitter thing. Like, it's been going on over the last week. And have you heard of the band Trapped? T-R-A-P-T?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Headstrong? We'll take you on?
Yeah.
Headstrong, I'll take on anyone?
Yeah. So they were tweeting some really just like...
Dude, this has been a thing for months, though.
Really?
Yeah, like Trapped Official, their Twitter has been like shitting on people for months.
God damn. Well, I guess recently I noticed it, though, because they got into it with the EDM community.
Oh, God.
Which was just, oh my God, what a shit show. So they were like... There's this pretty outspoken a dubstep artist. His name is Must Die, and he's like very like pro whatever, and very pro using his platform for saying shit, which is good. Yeah. So Trapped, he responded to one of his tweets about like the pandemic being not real and people need to stop being pussies, whatever, blah blah blah. So they got into this huge beef, and it like ended with all of these other dubstep guys and EDM guys, whatever, getting in on it, weighing in on the situation. And I took some screenshots because just like, it was the most childish thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's what this whole thing has been. It's been like a whole bunch of like grown ass adults being babies about a bunch of shit. And it's like, how easy it is to just wear a fucking mask and like not go to work all the time?
So easy.
Oh my God. It's the easiest fucking thing. Oh my God.
But it devolved into them like a playground insult match. Like, I've played more shows than you. No, I've played more shows than you.
Who gives a shit? You are Trapped.
I know.
No one knows you other than the one song that you released in 2008.
Yeah,
calm down.
Exactly. And that's kind of what everyone was bringing it back to. But so, Trapped was like out of nowhere, they'd be talking about like how could you think something like this? And then you'd be like, whatever, man, you're such a stupid idiot. Like, I played so many shows. Like, I played this amount of shows. I played at all these people. And then like,
stupid idiot.
And then obviously like EDM shows are fucking huge. Like Electric Daisy Carnival, all these crazy things.
Speaking of which, did you see the photos of Ultra in Taiwan?
Yeah.
That's like fully packed and everything because they haven't had like a COVID case in over 200 days.
Insane.
Fucking incredible.
Crazy,
Good for Taiwan.
Yeah. Good for Taiwan. So crazy. I know. I saw that and I was like, "How is that happening?" And I was
Dude,
like, "Oh, it's because they have it under control."
Yeah, or watching like rugby matches in New Zealand.
Yeah. I know. God,
Or fucking
wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? So whatever. So he's like, I played like way bigger crowds than you, and then this Must Die quote tweets it with like a picture of him at EDC, and he's like, okay, bro, like whatever. And then Trapped official quotes him, and he's like, whatever, man. I was gonna play an acoustic show this Friday for 500 people, but the Illinois governor shut his state down again. I could do a solo acoustic tour and destroy what you do. Blah 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 blah. Like just stupid shit. And then he comes back at him again with the someone's like, you're just like super old. Like you're just like a 60-year-old washed up guy. And he's like, so a 39-year-old is now 60? LOL. Your DNA is literally made up of pieces of dog shit compared to mine.
That's actually really funny. I kind of love that.
It's so fucking funny because he's like mad at a child.
Yeah, and it's a grown ass man like saying
Your
that. Like,
DNA is made of pieces of dog shit.
like, can you just imagine him just like sitting on his couch in his living room, just
so fucking mad. Get the fucking DNA's, and then he beep, beep, what?
And he like the phone's like on the other side of the room, and he's just like gets up, like picks it up, and he sits back down on the couch. His wife's just like, honey, are you not now, Clarice?
Not
now. I don't know why her name's Clarice. I think that's just like the name I default to because of fucking the movie. But anyways.
So he's like, you're a scrawny little bitch who's done nothing in the music industry. Just be a bartender, man. ... Also, I look way younger than you.
Dude, that's the most Donald Trump shit.
It is.
We won this election by a lot.
Yeah.
There's like 7 million votes in the deficit.
Yeah. And then so Must Die is just like quote tweeting it and just saying like LOL because the tweet speaks for itself. And then Trapped responded to that. You idiots laugh at anything. Must Die. Yeah. I am just a million times smarter than you. My parents also paid attention to me. Like it's a fucking meme. This is so memeable. So memeable.
I like that last bit is like he just has to get one more thing in
just
there.
Like, also my parents also paid attention to me also.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm like, what?
My parents paid attention to me.
My parents paid attention
to me.
Dude, what a
insane. And then
why am I trying to do this? Oh, hey.
It's messy. Hey.
Thanks, buddy.
And then it was like playground insulty for a while, and then he just like straight up just like starts like body shaming and like using wrong pronouns on purpose and shit. Aren't you good?
I did that and just all the like the remnants of the fucking fries.
Crunchy. I love that this is the spot that we put all the food.
Yep. Done. It's just in the sink.
So it got like pretty nasty, and he was like body shaming like Ray and like all these people and like people. So like people really hopped on.
Oh, did Ray get in on it?
Yeah, Ray get in on it, whatever. And like it was so. But then then Trapped got just like fucking pretty mean with it because like it's all fun and games. Everyone can laugh at this 39-year-old man being like a child. But I play more shows. But I do this.
Yeah, whatever. Because you've been a band since like the early 2000s.
Yeah, he's like, look at my Spotify monthly listeners. It's all because of Headstrong. Headstrong.
Literally, I've had that song on my like lifting playlist for probably a decade.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
What the fuck, dude?
But then it got like, it got fucking like cruel and targeted. And people were just like, all right, we're fucking done with you. Like, we're not going to engage anymore. Everyone blocked him. It's just like, it's just so forget sad. About it. Yeah. And then this picture went live.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Did I take a screenshot of it? I think I did. Yeah. Trapped playing a show in a strip club like over the weekend. Completely fucking empty. Like people like grind. It's like a middle school dance, dude, and they're like behind this like plexiglass wall. It's so good. It's so good, man.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So
I love
good.
that that's the way that ended too. It was just like, hey man, fuck.
Hey, was this you yesterday?
I find that's just so insane that like people from completely different realms of like both the music industry, just any industry as a whole, are like trying to compare themselves to each other because it's like you can't.
You
like
literally
you can
can't.
look at like the sizes of your shows and stuff like that, sure, whatever. But like most people play like vastly different venues and vastly different places that like attract a different, like an entirely different clientele. And a lot of those overlap. Like I'm sure a lot of people who listen to Must Die probably also listen to Trap.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
So like it's so weird that these people like just start beef for like no fucking reason. And it's over a dumb like just like, hey man, be safe and healthy.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck
no,
you.
absolutely not.
They're like, what? Why? That's such a weird thing to just start beef over. I don't get it, man. It's just
so weird.
that's like the whole thing about like where we are right now is it just feels like people are mad at each other just because the opinion is different.
Yeah.
Not like trying to find a way to make the opinions kind of meet in the middle somewhere.
Right.
They're just like, fuck you, you believe something
like,
different
that's
than me.
not what we're done.
Yeah. And it's just like, cool, man, you're not listening to any of these scientists who have
Yeah.
devoted like years of their lives to like figuring this kind of shit out. Cool, man,
And it's
that's
not,
on you.
I don't know how it's a divisive thing that they're saying. Just like, hey, please be safe. Please be safe. Why
Easy
is
peasy.
that? How? That's not a political sentence. That's not a partisan sentence. That's literally just like, we want you to be safe.
Right, exactly.
And how is that turning into a right versus left? How is that turning into a right versus wrong? I don't understand.
The whole thing is it just makes no sense, man. The whole thing is fucking stupid. Basically.
Truly insane.
God.
That's our take on it.
Yep. Just fucking
It's always been our take.
Yeah.
We don't understand it.
I think like if anybody hasn't really figured out our stances on most things yet, might want to reevaluate the last couple episodes you listened to. But it's like, I don't know, man, like it's so much common sense that people just don't have.
Yeah.
Like any of like the like opinions, I guess, at this point of like an alternative to it just don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like they're illogical.
Yeah.
Like they just do not make sense to
No.
me. So I'm like, how do millions of people follow this and like prescribe to this ideal? Because it just doesn't make sense. And I don't get it, man. Just be safe, everybody. Don't be
safe.
stupid. Don't go to fucking bars and shit. I keep seeing Instagram posts of like people in bars and
Everyone.
everything. I'm like, fuck you guys.
I don't get it, man.
It's so weird. Like this, like even like doing this is like one thing because it's like, you know, we don't do anything.
I see you and I see one other person when I play tennis with them, and that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I see 3 people when I go to work and
Yeah.
I have my own office.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm by myself all the time. They stand in my doorway over 12 feet away
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, cool, right on. And like we wear masks all day. I wash my hands every hour on the hour.
Yeah.
And I like have hand sanitizer and shit at my desk that I wipe down every day when I get in there. So it's like, just to see people being like, yo, like, fuck it. Like,
Go
Megan,
to Saddle Ranch tonight, bro.
dude, Megan and I walked by a fucking PF Chang's last night, dude, and it was packed. I was like, homie,
Y'all
you
risking your lives to
for
go to
some PF Chang's.
Chang's.
I was like, you can go to fucking Ralph's and pick up a bag of that shit in the freezer aisle. Like, you don't even need to do this. I was like,
It's
what
literally
are you doing?
PF Chang's branded
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And the weirdest thing was like nobody was like wearing masks outside of it either. Nobody. There were like 3 dudes out there just like on their phone, just no mask whatsoever. I was like,
Bizarre.
you motherfuckers. Every time we walked past someone, Megan was just like, just like kept walking. And I was like, dude, I know. It doesn't make sense.
PF Chang's.
PF motherfucking Chang's,
God,
dude.
imagine going to fucking PF Chang's and getting COVID. That's the most depressing thing ever, dude.
Dude, this is kind of dark, but I love seeing those posts where they're just like, fuck you and fuck your COVID. Like, I'm not wearing masks. I'm not giving up my liberty. And then it's like them devolving into like getting it and then ultimately like
obituary.
dying.
I
And then I
know,
was like,
dude. I'm like,
hey man, you did it to yourself.
you said it's
that's
your
all
liberty,
you
your
fucking-
life, man. You're
Oh,
right.
God,
You're
it's-
right. It is your choice.
God, it's so funny to me. I feel bad like laughing at that, but I'm also just like, hey man, fuck you.
Hey, bro.
Hey man, if you're
bro.
gonna do it, you gotta pay the consequences. That's like how it goes. I think that's just how America is.
Yeah, this is how it goes. It's a free country. You're right, but you accept your fucking responsibility.
But your risk is not
Yeah.
necessarily your reward.
Exactly.
It's incredible.
Exactly.
Where are we at on
We're
timing?
good. 23 and a half.
23?
22, sorry. Nope,
Okay.
23 and a half.
Because I just realized that I wasn't fucking doing this the whole time.
That's cool. Just set a timer for like 5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna set a timer, but
Stop watching me.
yeah, we'll stop it at 5 minutes.
Yeah, dude. So like I haven't gone anywhere except this past well, I went to San Francisco and stuff like that. But like
But at the same time, too, you were only around 2 other people
Yeah.
who had also been pretty strictly quarantining.
and I wore
so-
my mask like the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just like so,
Yeah,
you
like
know,
my
it's-
friend Mason moved here, and like we've been working on a documentary together, and he's been wearing a mask the whole time. I've been wearing a mask the whole time when we worked
Yeah.
together in the same room, and then like most of the time that anybody comes anywhere near me, I just wipe everything down.
Yeah.
And that's just, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Shit.
good.
I went to a wedding and like literally everybody at the wedding wore gloves and masks.
Hell yeah.
Everybody was 6 feet away from each other.
Hell yeah.
Like the only time I took my mask off was for photos,
Mm-hmm.
and it was literally just off, held it, took the photo, popped it back on, and just walked away. So it's like, I don't know. It's just so easy. Like, yes, there are some corners that everybody has cut before.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. But Hey man, it's so easy to just do the base level shit. That's it. That's all you got to do.
That's a fact.
Jesus.
That's a fact.
And going off of that dumpster fire, let's go into the dumpster fire that is the new consoles releasing.
Dude, yeah.
Like all of the, I've seen so many videos of like it smoking, and then like I was like, that doesn't.
Wait, really?
Yeah, well, the Xbox One was like smoking, and I was like, I was like, that doesn't look like an electrical fire, because like electrical smoke is like invisible,
yeah,
and then it like kind of gets a little black up here. That's pretty much it. So like I was looking at it and I was like, that's too thick to be electrical fire. And then I saw a tweet like 20 minutes later that was from Xbox. It was just like, I can't believe we have to say this, but please don't blow like vape smoke into your Xbox.
Oh my
And people were like literally
God.
like doing it, blowing it into it so it'd intake it and then spit it out the top. And people were like, see like what's happening with like the Xboxes?
What
They're
is
all
their
breaking.
goal with that?
I don't know.
To get another one?
I guess.
So they can play in them both? Because the first one's not broken.
They're just gonna power level their account, log in twice, and like play things. Like you can't even do that, dude.
What are they trying to do?
It's so strange.
Get it for free?
But yeah, like
you have to send it back.
Right. Like I don't even like get it. Maybe it's like for fake internet points. I don't know.
Maybe.
But it's like I kept seeing like the same video going around. I was like, what the fuck? And then it was just like, oh, some dudes are just blowing smoke literally into it.
Yeah.
And then just being like, look at this thing on
My
fire.
shit's on fire, Xbox, Microsoft. What the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Here's my address. I'll be looking out for the new one next week.
Stupid.
It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, how did you think nobody would notice that? Like these engineers who have built this thing for like years.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna be like,
They're gonna be like, that's
yep.
yeah, all of a sudden it just starts smoking.
So
They're like, it would have been funny if they literally, like, if they made it a joke, like clearly, if they like, what's going on here, and then like, someone like goes in the corner of the video and like blows into it or
they
something
like
like
pull
that.
out and you just see like,
Yeah, that would have been funny. Oh, okay. So there's this tweet. That reminds me. There's this tweet the other day, and Twitch has been doing all these crazy like DMCA crackdowns again, and like removing VODs, and like it's bad. But so this guy, he posted a screenshot. It's so fucking.
I should probably check my VODs because I usually have music playing in mine.
It's so funny. So it was like a screenshot of an email from Twitch that was like, we're muting this audio from your VOD because it contained copyrighted whatever. And it said, please.
You got this. I believe in you.
Oh, here it is. I made a smoothie on stream and my blender was flagged as a Skrillex song. Not true. It's not true. But it's like, he has the screenshot and then like he put right in by Skrillex, like to make it a meme. Like clearly not real. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Clearly not real. My blender, like it's funny. Like it's a joke. But
a joke that like has been made a lot of times.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell?
But people are pissed at him for making the joke. Like the tweet, like under it, all the tweets under it are like, first of all, this one guy fact checked him so hard, and he just like, he's like, first of all, the sharpness on the Skrillex text does not match the sharpness of the other. I'm like, it's a joke. And other people are like, you're so right. Like, fuck this guy for like, I can't believe you'd make light of a situation that's affecting so many streamers. And what I'm like, but it's a joke, right? Like, it's a joke. Like, I don't get it, but they're like mad, like super mad.
That makes dude. People like meme that shit all the time.
I know.
Like, I don't understand.
They're like, this is not a joking matter. It affects so many people. I'm like, oh, but like, it's just muting their audio. Like, it's not serious. It's not like you're not making fun of anything serious. You're making fun of audio that's copyrighted.
Yeah,
being muted in a Twitch VOD.
Right.
It's not.
That doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, dude.
People didn't think it was a joke.
There was one that I saw too, like that was like I breathed at like a certain, or like my laugh at this certain time like got flagged as this like Mongolian throat music, and that like they got it taken down, and they were like serious, and people were just like, what the fuck? And that was like an actual thing that happened to them, and they were like, what the hell?
Oh,
so
my
it's like
God.
It like the situation in and of itself is its own meme.
Yeah,
because it's like, it's
absurd.
insane. Like
so absurd.
Their fucking algorithm to like hunt this shit down is like just, it's so like
precise.
Yeah, precise. It's
but
like it's like a chokehold on it. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. To a point where it's just like, it's just flagging random fucking audio.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, okay, cool. Like the way that the game sounded and like the way that the noise I made at the same time sounded like this one thing.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude. It's so crazy. And it's like now I'm like kind of sad about it because I'm just like put like a lot of time into getting like my little like music ticker
Yeah.
to work because I love it so
it's
much.
so good.
And now I'm just like, okay, well,
Like, well,
because
I
I
will
can't
play
use that
something
anymore.
for free, I guess, royalty free.
Yeah,
You can play
I'll-
our music.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just use night mode.
yeah, there you go.
Plug night mode.
At night mode. Yeah. So it was, people were super pissed. I'm
Dude,
like, why
I mean,
are
it's
you
like it is
mad?
it is kind of a major issue too. And like if you think about it too, like what about the streams that are performances?
Right.
Like what, like if like
Yeah.
you guys do a show where you play your own song, granted, you know, night mode's not going to flag it or anything like that. But if you play your own music, like, will that get flagged?
Well, we did a set on the night mode Twitter, or the night mode Twitch. We did a set on Sunday, and the VOD is muted, all of it. Yeah,
The whole thing is muted.
whole thing is muted.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, from like 2 minutes on.
That's insane. And that's like that is it's your music being performed by you and it's muted because it has copyrighted music.
Yeah.
But the copyright is owned by you and Night Mode.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's so strange.
It's
And
incredible.
how difficult do you think it's going to be for them to try to roll it back? Like for them to have to go through and now like all of those VODs, all of those streams
right.
that they now have to retroactively fix. Granted, there are some that are probably, they're right. Like they have to mute them because
Yeah.
the music's in it. Sure,
Yeah.
whatever. But for like some of those that are like weird or like music sets like your guys's, like how long do you think it would take them to roll that back? Because that's
I
like
don't
that's a
know.
lot
That's
of
a lot.
content. And like
Yeah.
Twitch is not a massive company.
No, it's not.
So like, you know, that's another drawback where it's like, okay, for them to even fix this would take even longer. And
Yeah.
like in that same amount of time, the issue can grow exponentially. So
It's insane.
It like, yeah, it presents a whole bunch of like technological issues and like just manpower issues.
Yeah.
So that's strange. But dude, they muted
They muted
your
it. They
own
muted our own music.
on your own thing.
It's so silly. Like,
so
okay.
funny.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
I'm sorry, but
So I
that is
wanted to
really
be like,
funny.
hey, here it is. Here's the VOD if you missed the show. And it's muted.
Did you guys like record it to another drive or something like that?
Well, we didn't. It was
Did
streamed
Night
on
Mode
Night
record
Mode.
it?
I don't know.
Okay, because I was like, if they have
I
like,
mean, I have the set,
oh, okay.
so
Yeah, I was like, you could probably just tweet
probably
that out.
just. I think we'll probably upload
Yeah.
it somewhere or whatever.
Yeah, just
but
put it on like your YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's like if somebody files a DMCA, like it's gonna either be like Night Mode, who why the fuck
Right.
would they do that in the first place, or you guys, which
Yeah.
why would you DMCA strike your own fucking
know,
content?
it's so
So
fucking
like,
stupid.
yeah, it's like you might as well just do that if you
Yeah.
have the video. Might as well, why not?
Yeah,
Fuck
might
it.
as well. Might
At
as
least,
well.
I mean, maybe probably check with Night Mode and stuff
Yeah.
like that to make sure that that's kosher. But,
yeah,
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
it will be.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's great.
I'm just like the amount of stuff that I know about Night Mode. I
Yeah.
don't think they give that much
no,
of a shit.
they're great.
They seem
They're
like
super
the
nice.
chillest. Like
Super chill, super nice. Yeah,
a
they're
fucking
great
win,
guys.
dude. I'm so glad that worked out like as well as it did. It just makes
too,
sense
man.
for you
Me
guys.
too. Me fucking too, bitch.
Such a fucking win.
Yeah. So we've got a couple more things releasing with them in the new year, actually, which I'm very excited about. It'll be very exciting.
Hell yeah! Do you have a timeline for that at all? Can you
Not
share
yet.
a timeline?
I don't know. I don't
Got
know.
it. Cool.
Sometime in the new year, their release schedule's packed for the rest of the year, and then
Hell yeah! Well, that's
January, February.
already pretty sick
Yeah.
for them to have like another month and a half, like
Yeah.
just
They're crushing.
scheduled out.
they're crushing. They're
Fuck
doing
yeah,
very
dude.
well. I'm very
Ugh.
proud of them. They're
I
killing
love
it.
that. I love that like it worked too.
Yeah, it
like
did.
it like
Worked great.
I remember like Jericho like promoting it and stuff like that, and I was like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this? And like looking it up and kind of going into it, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And then like they had like Feed Me on it and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
they
was
did
like,
great. They're doing great.
I was like,
It's
they
super
went
cool.
like really hard, like right out of the gate, and
Yeah.
it worked. And it's like I'm
Yeah.
just kind of stoked to see it progress.
Yeah.
Because like so far like the music base, like the artists that they have on that label are so different.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's kind of beautiful, especially for like the market that they're trying to do, right? They're trying to hit streamers and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Not all streamers are going to want to listen to or have like EDM, hard
Yeah.
dubstep and shit
Yeah,
like that in
totally.
the background. So like, having stuff like you guys where it's a little bit more on like the poppy edge makes more sense. So
Yeah.
like for them to diversify in that way because their market is that kind of that subsection of people and that subsection is very diverse. I just think it's so sick and like it's
Yeah,
working.
I think they're doing well. They're very business minded, and I think it's really cool to see, like,
Fuck yeah.
because I think that's kind of where the future of content curation is going. It's going to be like the influencers making their own like hubs, labels, or blogs or whatever the fuck, and kind of fuck these mainstream labels and fuck these mainstream blogs because they're predatory. They're super predatory.
Oh, yeah.
But also it's like
You sign
know,
a contract that you have to put like 1,000% writing of like songs and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and then you can't get out of that for like a decade.
It's silly. It's
Yeah.
super silly. So and the nice part about like Night Mode, at least in like these influencer created platforms are that like they are truly like looking for new people to sign. They're like on this Cyberpunk compilation, they're like, yeah, this guy, like he's very small. He's never released on any major platform, but he sent us a demo and we really liked it. We don't care that he's, we're not like signing this music because it's like, oh, it's this guy that everyone's going to listen to because he has,
you're not going off of radio plays and like festival sets. We're going off of, that.
I like how this sounds and I think people will like it, which is fucking the goal of a label. That's what labels are supposed to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's interesting too, because like these people and stuff like that, because of like they're targeting more of like streamers and stuff like that for like, what kind of music they're going to be playing.
Yeah.
Like, they don't necessarily have to worry about, oh, can this person on our label get a slot at EDC, because they don't have to worry about that, because it's like they're just going to do a Twitch stream and hit like 30,000 people in it. Like we don't have to sell festival slots anymore because like we don't have to worry about those people, because these other people are just going to go watch it on their computers. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
And like
it's great.
It's kind of beautiful that like the music space is like shifting that much into this other like content space, and they're kind of like merging together in this kind of like beautiful way, and I'm kind of stoked on it.
It's pretty sick.
Like I've been seeing like metal bands and punk bands, like their frontmen or like just like people of their bands just streaming, like them just like playing video games and just like talking to each other. Like one of the guys from the Ghost Inside, their lead singer, I think his Twitch is like Vigil SC. He just like plays Hearthstone like every day for a little bit, and they just like talk about metal and shit like that with their fans. And like
so cool.
That band is so fucking cool too, because like they were the ones that in Texas in like 2014 or 2015, their like tour bus flipped and their drummer lost his leg like in the thing, and his dad engineered a like thing for his leg that he can like play with like the nub and stuff like that while he can like still do stuff. And like the band, like they're just really great guys basically. And like I see them doing that, and then like Dan from Real Friends is doing like his own streams because he started like this other side project, and so he's just like playing video games and talking to people. Cool. Puppet streams all the time, and it's just like that makes sense because he's just like an internet meme pretty much. But it's like it's cool to like see these people kind of branching into this other area that gives them a little bit more direct connection with their fans. And like that's especially in like the smaller scenes, like that's everything. Like your personality and like your brand, if you can push that out to people and like people can actually interact with you, makes it so much easier to sell shit. So
absolutely, dude. I'd rather be a small artist with like a really engaged fan base, that's smaller, but like, than like an Ariana Grande with like, there's no way you're going to be able to interact with even a small percentage of your fan base because it's just not realistic.
Yeah. And I think you guys have like done so fucking well with that. Like the amount of like interaction you guys have put on like both your Instagrams and like Twitter and stuff like that. Like you guys just engage very well with your fans, and like even at shows too. Like you guys like taking the time to like go to your merch booth and hang out and like talk to people and stuff. And that's just, it's cool. Like watching you guys kind of curate that community and like actively being a part of it instead of just being like, oh, these people are just just come to our shows.
Yeah, they're just numbers on paper.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man. I love that shit.
Thanks.
Dude, I'm just proud of you guys. I say that like probably once a week, but I understand. You guys are great. Love it.
Brian. Oh, Brian.
We're all about positivity here, people. That really hurt my jaw. Actually, I should have done that.
Squeeze the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I should not have done that. Dude, I haven't shaved in so long. My hair, this is the longest my hair has been since like high school.
It looks nice. It looks good.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks.
You
it's
wear
like,
it well.
It's like, it's starting to annoy me, but like the last like haircut I got was like, I think it was Emma using her aunt's clippers in San Diego in like July.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, here we are.
It doesn't look like, ragged though. Like it looks like it like falls well.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Look at that.
Just letting it go, baby.
Just go with the flow.
This feels
Get a little mullet.
Yeah. Megan and I were talking about that. She was like, I kind of love that like mullets are coming back. And I was like, okay, are they coming back because people genuinely like them, or is it just out of necessity?
Or is it just like people don't care enough? Yeah, you're right.
Dude, Miley Cyrus is leading that fucking charge, baby.
Yeah.
She's just going with it.
She's going for it.
Oh, God.
I think it's so sick.
Also, what a fucking interesting artist Miley Cyrus is.
Yeah, man.
She's like put out, did you listen to her Zombie cover?
No.
Okay, first off, by the Cranberries, wonderful song. Her cover's incredible.
I'll check it out.
And like she did a song with like Dolly Parton and stuff too. Like
what?
She's like dipped her toes in everything. Like she did that whole album with the flaming lips and stuff like that.
That's
like she just like hit so many things. And I was like, dude, like how, like we don't have many mainstream artists that do that.
Yeah.
That like make just absurd shit.
Yeah.
Like just do stuff that they want to do. And I kind of love that.
She is very like punk in that sense. Like she's
Yeah.
like, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, that's my life. She's kind of always been like that. And
Right.
I feel like people didn't like respect her for that a while ago. Like when it first, like, you know, when that first scandal came out and she's like, you know, those pictures leaked or whatever, people are like, oh, but she's slowly worked her way back into everyone's good graces. She deserves it. She
Yeah,
totally does. I think
absolutely.
people are so quick to write off like any sort of deviation from what they expect someone to be that they're like, bye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's weird too, both like in like a content standpoint too, because like there's plenty of YouTubers who have just like completely changed the content that they make
Yeah.
or like the style that they do it in, and a lot of people leave because of that. They're like, this isn't what I signed up for. And you know, like there to an extent there's a point of that like I can understand, because it's like, okay, cool, like you've gotten used to this thing, like as long as you're not viewing it as a betrayal of you and you're just like, okay, they're moving on to do something else, I don't really like that, I'm going to go this way.
Right.
Cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like you can totally not like the content someone puts out anymore. That's fine. But like the people who are like, they're like, I can't believe you would do this to your fans. It's like, first of all, they don't owe you anything.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, they don't. Like they make the shit that they want to make. You signed up because you liked what they made. If you don't like what they make anymore, move on.
That's fine.
Go
Yeah,
somewhere else.
exactly.
That's fine. You can not like things.
Yeah.
You can like things. It blows my mind that people get so defensive about shit that has nothing to do with
They
them.
absolutely do.
They take so much ownership of somebody else's stuff that I'm just like, dude, just take like deep breaths. Everything will be fine.
Deep breaths.
Go make your own stuff if you want to.
Right.
Like so many of these like YouTubers have like spawned so many other great creators and stuff like that. Like look at Casey Neistat. He literally built the vlogging platform.
Yeah.
So like you have all these people who like now make great vlogs and like content like that because of what Casey did for them.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like where does that go? And it's just like annoying to watch fan bases get pissed off that somebody else is doing something that they don't like anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, who cares?
It's ridiculous. It's fucking absurd. It really is.
Like, you guys haven't like changed your sound that much like over like the course of it.
Yeah.
It's evolved.
It's evolved. I think, you know, it's a different style, different genre, but I think, yeah, the heart of it is still there. You know,
Yeah.
what makes it Prism. Emma
Right.
still sings on every
Right.
song. So, you know, that kind of,
Yeah.
for
Like
sure.
have you guys noticed any like change in your community over like this time?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think all the hardcore like basshead EDM fans are no longer part of our fan base,
Yeah.
but there's still people that have
The
been
guys that were there when you were doing like virtual riot tracks
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, and like Borgor tracks and whatever. But like, I mean, the core fan base is pretty much, you know, like the people that have. There are still some people that have like been there since like, you know, like 6 years ago, which
yeah.
is great, super cool.
Fuck yeah. Those
So-
people are those are the guys that are eventually going to be the ones that, you know, put money in your pocket
Yeah,
and stuff like
they're
that.
in for the long haul.
Yeah, exactly.
They're great.
So that's sick.
Yeah.
I love that for them.
This is pretty cool.
Love that for you guys.
Love that for everyone. Love that for all of us.
Yeah, dude.
All of us.
Fuck yeah. Just be fucking courteous to the people who make shit, guys. Come on.
Just
Don't
be Curtis.
Just be Curtis.
Just be Curtis to people. That's all you got to do is be Curtis.
Everybody,
not Curtis-
everybody just turns into like some dude who drives a truck with a huge belt buckle. Yeah, my name's Curtis. Yeah, I just decided to be Curtis to everybody.
Someone told me to be Curtis to everybody, and I was like, okay. I went to the government agencies and I changed my name.
It's just
My name is
Curtis,
Curtis
now.
now.
There's no last name. There's no middle name. There's no initial. There's no prefix. There's no suffix. It's just Curtis.
With a
Spell-
silent P. at
You
the
got to
beginning.
figure out where the P is.
Where's the P? I don't know. I asked my dog that. He never fucking responds to me, and it smells like shit in my house.
I came outside one day, saw him chained up to the tree, left, went to work, came back, wasn't chained up to the tree no more. I don't know where my dog went.
He
Kind of
don't,
sad about it.
But at least my house don't smell like pee anymore.
At least that piece of shit don't shit on my pillows no more.
That's what I'm saying. Anyways, what can I get for you?
Anyways, welcome to Chili's.
Anyways, I'll be your server tonight.
Here's your jalapeno poppers and your sweet potato fries, and I'll be back hopefully after I find my dog.
And
just
if you need anything
leaves.
else, I'm Curtis. And he just walks out the front door.
He wasn't wearing a uniform or anything. He was just some fucking guy.
Walks out the door.
He walked into the kitchen. He was just like, table 12? Yeah, all right,
Got
table
it.
12.
All right.
Walked into table 12. It's not table 12. And they're just like, they're like,
no.
this guy's not our server. And he's like, all right. And he gives them that whole spiel, and they're like,
Did we order? Did we even order at all?
better yet, he doesn't even go to a table. He just goes to like a person in the lobby, and he's just like gives them their food. And they're just like, we haven't even sat yet. And they're just like,
greeted.
we
Like, okay, can we go? What's the
do we eat this?
takeout or?
They just start eating it, and they're just like, what the fuck?
All right, and who had the shrimp tartare? You over there?
Does Chili's even sell shrimp tartare?
Don't think.
do you think Chili's is refined enough to have shrimp tartare?
Who had the caviar on top of golden flaked oysters? That's you. Who had the 17-ounce filet mignon?
He went to like a Ruth's Chris's across the street, took food, brought it over to a Chili's, and then served it to random people. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh my god.
That's
good.
Megan and I got we were looking at floor like mats for like outside of our door.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck are they called? Feet mats?
Welcome mats?
Yeah, welcome mat. Thank you. And there was one that said whale cum that just had like a whale on it, and I wanted it so bad.
That's so good.
But we decided on one that just says "Hi, welcome to Chili's."
That's good too.
And so that's why Chili's is on my mind every day.
Funny as hell.
Oh god, it's incredible.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Hi, welcome to Chili's. I love that.
What a
love
fucking
that so
classic,
much.
dude. I go through like deep periods of like missing Vine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
same.
just like deeply missing Vine. You know, last week, my friend that I play tennis with, she hits me up and she's like, "I have a weird question to ask you." And I was like,
"All right,
interesting,
real quick." For the love of God,
I hate that.
Never start a message off like that.
I know.
Why?
Just like either say what you're gonna say or say like, "Yo, what's up?" and then lead into it, dude.
Yeah.
I hate the suspense.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
As the handle pulls
The handle pulls off all the. It's so annoying.
Bro,
I don't
I'm
know
working out.
It's so strong.
Just pulls the whole thing off the
Door breaks.
Dude, what the fuck though?
The handle's broken.
That is
It's
wild.
completely broken.
Jesus. What the fuck are we talking about?
Oh.
Yeah. Just like, there's no need to have that extra anxiety going into a message that probably
Absolutely
like
not.
is just like, do you like blue or green?
Yeah, it's
just
probably just like, which one looks better?
Don't do that. Just ask the question.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
My
Anyways,
mom pulled that shit earlier today. She's like, "Hi, can I call you?" I'm like, "Just call me. If I answer, then I'm free. If I don't, then I'm not." But now I'm like, now I feel obligated. I'm like, well, what the fuck is wrong?
and then you like write it on your calendar. And you're like, fuck.
Call mom.
Oh god.
And it turned out to be a stressful thing. She's like, "We might have COVID." And I'm like, "Well, fucking just call me."
Just text me, hey, we might have COVID. Sick, dude.
Tight. Now I can call you. But don't do that. Can I ask you a question? Hey, can I talk to you? Hey, can you call me whenever you can? Bitch, do what you're gonna ask and say it first.
God.
That made sense. But
Yeah,
so
those were
she's
words.
like, "Can I ask you something?" I was weird, and I was like, "Yeah, like sure, what's good?"
Set your phone down.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Like, what's up? She's like, "I have this signed photo of Wayne Gretzky." And I was like, "Okay, all right."
Okay, that's a start.
Cool. Tight. She's like, "Yeah, I got it appraised by like an official collectibles like appraiser." And I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "There's this basically collectibles show. And it's in this big like warehouse thing. Would you like to go?"
And play tennis.
I was like, "What?" It's like, "I'm gonna take this there, sell it, hopefully, and then it's like a cool spot. You can look around and whatever." And I'm like,
Buy some collectibles.
"Yeah." I'm like,
you
"That
know?
sounds fucking dope." I'm in. We drive 45 minutes into the City of Industry, is what it's called. It's like east of LA.
Yeah, dude, what went through their mind when they were like, all right, what do we name this city? This is in like the 1800s. And they're just like,
Let's
the
see.
City of Industry. And they're
There
like,
is a railroad here, and we also have some what do we have? What do we
Sand?
have? Sand. Yes, that's industrial. Yes, and concrete. City of Industry.
City of Industry. And they're
Yes.
like, oh, yes.
Oh, claps all around.
They're like banging the table because that was a thing people did.
Here, City of Industry.
There's no
The
industry
Ministry of Industry.
Dude, can we please start like an industrial like prog metal band and call it that?
The Ministry of
The
Industry.
Ministry of
That's
Industry.
tight as fuck,
Oh
actually.
my God.
We
It's just
totally
9 Inch
should.
Nails.
Yeah.
We just do covers.
Totally. The Ministry of Industry. So we drove to the fucking Ministry of Industry, and we get to the spot, pull up this parking lot, massive warehouse, right? Parking lot's completely full. I'm like, what the fuck? Find an empty spot finally. The fucking line look, they're only letting obviously a certain amount of people in at a time, and then you can only be you can't like sandwich in line.
like getting into an
there's-
IKEA.
Yeah, exactly. It was like that. It was like IKEA, but it was wrapped around the building. I'm like, this better be I'm like, I'm not gonna go home. I fucking drove.
We got all the way out here.
So we stand in line. We stand in line for 50 minutes, right? Finally get in. It's the coolest thing I have ever seen. Anything that has a fandom or that is a collectible item is there. They have huge booths. I mean, like all this sports memorabilia, like signed basketballs, signed jerseys, signed photos. Then like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering cards, old video games, like retro, like recreations of like guns from Halo that you can buy, like anything under the sun. That's dude.
So sick.
It was the coolest. I think we should go one day because it's very fucking cool. They're only open like 2 days a week. It's amazing.
So it's like a regular thing. It's not
it's a regular thing.
Oh, okay, sick.
It's a regular
I thought it was
thing.
like an event.
That's what I thought it was too. When I was like, oh my god, like there's a lot of people here for this event, but they're like, no, we're just open. Obviously, we can't be open.
This is a business.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like a big old flea market basically, but it's people with like they have permanent booths there, and they're all like really rare. They're not all really rare. Like you can just go and trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever the fuck. But there's some like really rare collectibles. There's like cosplay shit. There's like you can get cool like signed posters. Like it's fucking tight. It's That's super cool. So I go there, whatever. I'm walking around. I'm like, this is nuts, right? This is the coolest thing, coolest place I've ever been. I'm like, I've had more sex than anyone in this room right now.
you're like looking at, you're just like looking at like it, making like a tally of like people's body counts. You're like, you fucking nerds.
I'm like, no, but they had like, it looked like every Twitch streamer like goes there to get shit for their background. Like they had like, just like, you know, the little
like
shelves that they'll have, like the little Pikachu figurine, or like all the
waifus,
the Funko
and
Pops. And they had waifu pillows. They were selling waifu pillows.
Let's fucking go,
They were selling all kinds of like just weeb shit. It was amazing. Super cool. And I'm like, I have to get something like to commemorate my experience here. Like, I'm like, I'm never going to come back maybe once with like someone that I want to show this to. So I'm like, okay, I gotta find something.
Buy an energy sword from fucking Halo.
Like they had so many cool things. I'm like, should it be that? I'm like, what should it be? I'm walking and I see this one booth and no one's there. And I'm like, but it's like covered in curtains. And I was like, oh god, what the fuck is that? But there's like stuff protruding out. Like it looks like a thing. It's not like a shut down thing. I'm like, what is that? And this guy just like sitting down, like not trying to like get people in the booth, sitting down, like on this high like director's chair. And I walk by and I'm like,
you 18?
I like look. Let me see your ID. I like stop by it and I like look at it, and he's just sitting there. He's not like, hey, come on in, check it out. He's just sitting there staring at me. I'm staring at him. I'm about to like, as soon as I open my mouth, like I'm about to open my mouth and say something, and he's like, action figure yourself. And I was like, I was like, what? He didn't speak in complete sentences, just like very straight to the point. Action figure yourself.
He's fucking dialogue options from Fallout games. That's like how he speaks.
Oh my god. And I was like, what? He's like, come in his booth, you make an action figure yourself, 3D printed. And I was like, what? And he's like,
wait, that's actually so sick.
So he's like, check it out. So then he starts talking like a normal dude, but it was so fucking funny. Action figure yourself.
And then he turned on his human switch and he was like, all right.
And then he showed me this display case, and it's like photo real, like made out of sandstone with like bases, like super sick, like figurines of people.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I was like, that's so sick. He's like, you can get anywhere from 3 inches to 18 inches, right? And I'm like, that's fucking tight. Like, that's sick. So I'm like, I gotta do it. When else am I gonna get an action figure yourself? He's like, it's literally photo real. It's whatever's on you right now, that's gonna be printed on there. So I'm like, can I take my shirt off? Can I just like go in there and just like
be
show
completely naked?
People do that. I was like, can I take my shirt off? He's like, oh yeah, I've had people in here just be nude. And I was like, what? He's like, there's this one guy, and he wanted to do a nude action figure for his girlfriend. So I was like, I'm cool with it, So he goes in the booth, and I'm like, you ready for the picture? So when you go in the booth, it's like a motion capture studio.
Yeah.
It's like,
so it's like all the cameras and
cameras
stuff.
all around. It's so sick. And I was like, I'm ready to take the picture. And he's like, he's like, I'm not ready. And I'm like, okay, well, hold on.
It's just the same person. He's like cloned himself, and he's inside of it.
So he's like, all right, well, I have to take it. turns out that the guy was trying to get hard. He said he wasn't ready because he wasn't hard.
He was like, "You got any lotion?" The guy's just like, "What? You need a what now?"
So he's like, "Trust me, I've seen it all." So I'm like, "That's fucking cool." So I'm like, "Yeah, cool." So I go in there and he's like, "Do whatever you want, hold still." And then he's like, "I'm gonna take the picture. You stare at this Vaporeon here in the middle." He literally said that. There was a fucking sticker of a Vaporeon, and not only did he just like of course he would say this because he's at this like convention for all this stuff. Like he didn't just say like, "Yeah, stare at this sticker, stare at this Pokemon sticker, stare at the Vaporeon in the middle."
Oh my god, dude!
I was like, "This is the coolest shit I've ever done." A huge bright ass lights come on. Cameras take the shot of me. He's like, "We're going to do it one more time." And I was like, "All right." And he asked me, he's like, "All right, step out. Step out." And
Get the fuck out.
He's like, "Get out of the booth." So
The other guy came in there.
So, he sprays it down. He's like, "Come back in 20 minutes." And I was like, "What? It's going to be done in 20 minutes?"
That's a
He's
fast ass 3D print.
And I was like, "Holy shit." So, but that's all he said. I was like, "All right, cool." Walk around, come back in 20 minutes, and he's like, "Check out this picture." And I was like, "I thought it was going to be done in 20 minutes." I was like, he's like, "No." He's like, "It takes 4 weeks." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Picture?" He's like, "Yeah, I just want to show you the picture I took." I was like, "It took 20 minutes to show me a picture?"
Yeah, dude, to build that shit. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
That's why I was so confused because I was like,
too.
to like composite that together would
and then-
take hours. So I was like, okay, damn, that's so funny. Yeah, no, you have to come back in 4 weeks.
He's like,
though.
"Yeah, in a month you gotta go." So he ships it, which
That's
is nice.
hilarious.
But
Dude.
I'm gonna have a fucking action figure of myself,
so
which I'm
sick.
so stoked on.
That's so cool. You should
So
absolutely
stoked.
get like a stand for it and everything, so you can
It
like
comes with a
pose it.
stand.
Oh fuck
It
yeah!
comes with a circular base and a stand.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna go right up your butt, and
Yeah.
you can just fucking
I'm
pose it.
so excited.
Oh hell yeah!
And I got a little 3-inch one, but you can get. I mean, the 18-inch one, dude, is $2,500.
Jesus Christ!
Can you imagine?
Oh my god!
I don't like myself that much. And it's not like, it's of yourself. Or I guess maybe of your loved ones. Like if you go in there, like, "I want an 18-inch thing of my wife."
So you just bring your wife and set her
Yeah,
down. You're like,
exactly.
stand
You
there,
just
and
stand
you
there.
leave.
Yeah. So
What the fuck?
I'm going to have an action figure. I'm so stoked
That's
on
so
it.
cool. Now all you need is to get like an oil painting of yourself
Yeah.
and then just like put them next to
Exactly.
each other. Make a
The
shrine
narcissism
to
corner.
yourself. Yeah. Like as like a joke, but also like not really.
But also like, dude, have you fucking seen me from the side, bro?
have you seen my profile,
Have you
dude?
seen my profile? That shit belongs on fucking...
The angles are perfect. I am the golden
It's
ratio.
nice, dude. You ever seen that shit with the snail shell? I don't know. Photographers called fucking golden shower or some shit. That's what I look like, bro.
Dude, Curtis comes and like gives you your action figure.
Curtis delivers it to my house. Who got the 3-inch action figurine with no shirt?
Did you really do it?
I did it shirtless.
God damn it! Oh, that's so funny. I love how like half the time when you do something, you're just like, all right, I'm not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
And so you just take it off and then you put like a coat on. And you're like, what are you doing? Oh my god, that's so funny, dude. You're gonna have a 3-inch action figure of your shirtless self. Oh, that's so funny.
It's so fucking... Yeah.
Yeah, it might be covered in a little bit of cum, but there you go.
It's a little,
Thank you.
little wet. Don't
It's a
read into
little
that.
wet.
It's the sandstone. Don't worry about
Oh my god. Yeah,
water
it
stone.
leaks a little bit
Yeah.
on the way over here. Leaks?
it. Leaks?
What?
What does it leak? You'll find out. You play with it enough, you'll find out.
Just don't put it near your eyes or nose or mouth.
Do not. We recommend you do not insert this into yourself.
Could you imagine trying to put a whole action figure inside of you?
The most narcissistic move. You take 4 weeks to print out an action figure of yourself,
And then
you get the
fuck
protective
yourself
coating, and then you sit on it. Now I can literally go fuck myself, haters.
Oh,
What's
that's
good?
so fucking funny. I'm mad about that. Holy shit. So moral of the story is that the City of Industry has much more than just industry.
City of Industry. It should be City of Action Figures, City of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, City of Virgins.
It's just this warehouse. That's the City of
That's
Industry.
pretty much it, dude. I didn't know what else was there. It was a big old warehouse in the parking lot of a Benihana.
What does Benihana need a warehouse for?
I don't know. The warehouse was separate from Benihana, but like it was Benihana's parking lot.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Mr. Benihana comes out and was like,
Yeah.
"You kids, get off my lawn. Get out of my parking lot."
What are you doing? But man, he does. I'm picturing a hibachi chef getting in a fucking fight with someone.
He's like flinging around like knives and shit, but like with other like
Yeah.
spatulas. And he
pulls
like
up, he's
flings them
like,
at
"What
you.
the fuck?"
They're like, okay. Damn.
Egg roll.
The egg roll's like actually a thing of
Yeah.
dynamite, so he like flicks it at you and it blows
He
up.
makes an onion volcano and then just like shoves it at you.
Just burns you. Oh my god. He puts like the little oil on it and just sprays it on you and flings fire. It just gets out of hand
How you
real
like
fast.
yourself done? Medium rare? Fucking just
They have fucking like call outs. They have like one-liners.
while they're fucking just destroying you.
Oh, yeah, you're about to get stir-fried. And then you just
Tower
burn.
of Hanoi. Chops him into three pieces.
Soft-boiled egg. And it just like flings like boiling water on you.
Here comes a train. You know they have that whistle, that like wooden whistle. They like push the onions around. Oh, that's funny as hell.
Holy shit. They just do like a whole... You remember the show Deadliest Warriors?
Yeah.
It's that, but it's just like different chefs from different like fast food restaurants.
Competing just to the death.
It's just like a fry cook at like McDonald's versus like a
Got like a
Benihana
fucking
chef.
vat of hot fry grease.
He's just got this like the funnel of the fries and
Yeah.
stuff, and he's just like throwing fries. They're just like getting stuck
God,
in
that'd be
you like
so
bullets.
good. That'd be so fucking funny.
Oh, we'll keep that in mind.
I love that.
Once we get a higher budget, we'll do
yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
exactly. Fuck.
Jesus. What a good episode 30.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
a
that's
good,
a good
nice
one.
round number.
Yeah, 30. Damn. 30 weeks. That's crazy.
But kind of off and on. We kind of hit and miss every now and then. You know, we got shit to do. We're adults.
Got shit to do. We're
But
adults.
you know, it's good. It's
Yeah.
good. We've gone this long, baby.
Yeah.
We got
It's almost
like
December.
yeah.
Started in February.
Yeah, dude. Once
Fuck.
we'll have to do like a special, like it'll be like episode like 46. Like not even
The
like
year
just
long.
like a random.
It won't be
one.
52 at all.
Yeah, exactly. It'll just be like a random ass
Yeah.
number, and then we'll just be like, "What's up? It's been a
It's
year."
been a year. They're like, you're on episode 20.
They're like, "It's been a calendar year."
Episode 2. All right, guys, it's been a year since we started this podcast.
Could you imagine an episode a year? Like that's how that
Oh,
works.
that would be
You try
nuts.
to recap a
You recap
whole
the year in an
year's
hour.
worth of stuff in an hour. Oh,
Fuck,
dude. Which I
that'd
mean,
be
I guess is
crazy.
kind of, you know, we didn't start the fire, but that's a whole decade in like
Yeah.
3 minutes. So
Yeah.
that we can't do that.
It's like YouTube Rewind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God they're not doing one this year. Oh.
They're not? Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, they put a whole thing out that they were like, "Hey man, it's been
Can't be doing this with
pretty shitty,
Yeah.
so we're not doing that."
Your recap is just a black video for like
It's
30
just
minutes.
It's literally just like a barrel with like fire out of it. And it's just some dude like putting like newspaper into it. Like that's just
Yeah.
the whole video.
so funny.
It's like
they
13
get some like
minutes long.
YouTube influencer to just throw shit in a barrel. This is what you get this year. This is what you get this year, guys. You did this.
It's a
you
guy.
Did this.
It's somebody like cutting out those like paper snowflakes.
Yeah.
But it's just like 30 minutes of just that, and then he's just like pulls it out and, just says like "fuck you."
Shitty.
Yeah.
Or it's just like really bad.
It's just a circle, but it's just a whole bunch of them. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Ugh.
YouTube Rewind.
Everybody,
Fuck.
thank you so much for hanging out with us on episode 30 of the Lunchtime Serenade podcast. We had fun. We hope you had fun. We had a
meal.
right meal.
It was a
and,
meal.
you know what? Hey, we'll get them next time.
We'll get him next time, Tiger. My farts smell. I'm so glad you can't smell, dude. I've been ripping ass this whole
Yeah,
time.
dude, I have no idea
Holy
that that's
shit,
happening, and I'm
it's
very happy about
foul.
it. Like, I feel it bubbling in my stomach, so I'm excited to just, like, sit with that in a car for
Yeah.
40 minutes, so it's going to be great.
Dude, it's hot. Like I feel it come out my ass, and then it's like warms my entire. It's like a seat warmer on high.
You're going to stand up, and you're just going to see the outline of your butt cheeks. That's just what's going to happen.
It's a little vape smoke coming out.
The Xbox of your
Xbox
ass.
in my ass.
Jesus Christ. Ugh. Anyways, thank you all for hanging out with us. This has been the Lunchtime Serenade podcast, episode 30. We will see y'all next time. Middle of the day, middle of the week. Peace.